Vidcomment, bienvenue, welcome one again to another one of my live streams. I have to reintroduce you all because we haven't done this for a short while. To my dear friend Christiane Ebert, a Pilates queen, a life coach, a person who is definitely not into New Year's resolutions. In fact, I would say she's resolved not to make them. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's. Thanks for having me. I think it's pretty fair because I think the best way to not do something is make a New Year's resolution, because it always starts with I should. I should go to the gym every day. I should whatever. I should do my nails regularly. I should walk 5K every day, and all these things which you generally wouldn't do on a permanent basis. So it's for everybody different.
Full of good intentions.
Yeah. But as soon as the word should comes into it, then we're digging our own grave, isn't it? Because we're forcing ourselves to do something, and which already isn't working. If you force somebody to do something, you have to be happy to do it. And then you can set your own program up. You can still say, okay, from after the holidays, I'm not going to drink wine for 2 months or whatever and so on. Or I'm making an effort to walk more or something like this. And then you can set your own goals, or you can find accountability partners or something like this. But just to say, so from the 1st of January, I should be walking 6 kilometers every single day. And so if you can't manage that, then you already broke it, and you feel...
It's the sort of thing you agree to late night after a good meal and a glass of wine, when you're feeling really fat and frumpy and you're thinking, if I make these resolutions in the new year, it will fix all my problems. When in actual fact, you're just setting yourself up to fail, I think.
Well, that is what the word should is, isn't it? Should is forcing yourself to do something.
Yeah.
And that was one, I often say this to my coaching clients also. It's like, I should come to a Pilates class. No, you shouldn't come to a Pilates class. You are going to come to a Pilates class because I know it makes you feel better, and you will lose some weight, and you will turn up, or whatever you're going to do. And or I go swimming every Friday or something like this, or I'm going to phone a distant relative once a week or something like this.
That's a good. I think phoning distant relatives is probably a good idea. I think, you know what, there's an awful lot of pressure which seems to be out there coming up to the end of the year, and it seems to build up and build up, even if no one's really pressuring you. It's the feeling that we're coming to the end and we've got to start on the right foot. We're going to make a new beginning, so we've got to get everything done. And I think there's so much pressure to put on yourselves.
It's more, we're all tired at the end of the year. Most of us are tired. Some of us like Christmas. I love Christmas, and some of us don't like Christmas, and some of us are alone over Christmas or everything like this.
I always feel like Christmas is a bit like the rush up to seeing that next film, and afterwards you feel almost a little bit of a black hole where that thing was, because you feel all that effort and
but that's what it is. I mean, Christmas. A lot of people said to me they don't like Christmas because it's too commercialized. It's what you make out of it, isn't it? So for me, it means family time.
Spending the money. You're the one who's spending the money, so you make it as commercial as you want it to.
Exactly. So for me, it means to spend time together, have a good meal, maybe cook together, spend some family time together. That's what's about Christmas, because we're all at the same time off, and therefore we can be together. But then comes this, Christmas is now over, and now comes the new year. And as soon as that comes in, it's the new year, because that has to be better than last year. And
it's going to be different from last year. I don't know whether it's going to be better. All I know is you've got to set intentions that are positive. If you go into the new year as thinking it's going to be the same or worse as last year.
You have to make it new. Is always something better, isn't it? If you get a new bike or a new car or a new jersey or something like this, it's not going to be older than the previous ones or worse than the previous ones. New is always associated with something better and an upgrade. So now you're supposed to upgrade your last year. To do that, first of all, you have to know what's gone wrong in the year before. So you have to upgrade it because you don't know otherwise what you're upgrading. And so you have to actually sit down and do some work, some journal work or some really deep down work and decide, oh, what went wrong? What went right? And so on. And where do I want? And that's not a 30-second or 30-minute exercise. That could take you between Christmas and New Year. And
I'm a big fan of celebrating the wins from the previous year, pointing them out to yourself so that when you look back you think, yeah, I know there were times where things don't quite where you wanted them to be, but this good thing happened, that good thing happened, and you had a great meal at the end, and now you're ready and set to take advantage of any opportunity that comes your way.
But correct me, when you've done that, when you really put the work in to see what didn't go so well, what was great, what went fine for my business, what went fine for me personally, what didn't go so well, you are not standing on New Year's Eve there and say then, I should have more success in my business.
No.
Right? This is, in plain English, this is bullshit, because you need to have a proper plan then. And when you've done all this, you have a plan. And it certainly doesn't start with, I should earn more money.
No.
So it's going to be like, I like to introduce whatever, a networking group, or I want to do that, or whatever you do, or I like to live healthier. Now, what does it mean for me to live healthier? Does it mean I need to lose 10 kilos? Does it mean that I'm join, for example, my Pilates classes? Does it mean that I cook healthier and take a little bit more self-care? But none of it is supposed to be wishy-washy. It's supposed to be, what does it mean to take more care of myself than last year?
So what you're saying is it does no good to put a plan in action if it's too vague. You need to know what it is you're going to be working on.
Yes, and you need to know why. That is the big thing. You need to know why. Just because my doctor said to me, I'm going to die next year because my belly is too fat, then that's, first of all, this is very wishy-washy and nobody believes it anyway. And they do it for the first 3 weeks. And then, I'm still not dead. Okay, then, and my back is not sore anymore and I feel much lighter. Okay, let's give it up. And so that's human nature, isn't it? We do it until we feel we sort of pass the problem,
Yeah, I've lost a millimeter around my waist. That's enough.
Stop. Exactly. So now I'm not going to die or anything like this. I've done something about it, and that's fine.
All right. Well, so we've established that making a blanket New Year's resolution is probably foolhardy. But what is a good idea is if you have goals that you can work towards. And as I always say, the journey of 100 miles or 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So you've got to take small steps to work towards that goal, right?
Yeah. So it's like, don't start, I want to run 5K. No. And okay, maybe I can walk a kilometer. And then have a friend with you or something like this, or have somebody you can tell excitedly about it, so that you can celebrate that with somebody together and not, so that it is something exciting. And then you can build it up. And if you then by the end of the year can say, actually, I ran my first marathon, or I can now run 10K, or I lost the weight I needed to lose or something because I'd done something which I really enjoyed. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it.
Yes, if you don't enjoy it, you're going to do it for a while and something will come on to distract you, or it will rain, or there'll be something good on the television, or you want to help your wife or your husband do something, or
Or
your
you find an
boyfriend or your
excuse. There's no
girlfriend.
problem. We're
Yes,
all
and
good in finding
the
excuses.
world
Yeah.
is littered with excuses. You need to make a resolution, not so much a New Year's resolution, but to work with yourself on things that make you happy. And I
Yeah.
think,
But
I
for
mean,
that, you need to put in the work.
yeah. Well, I've started recently. There's 3 weeks ago, trying to walk 5 miles a week. So in total, I know it's not very much, but you've got to start somewhere. And I managed. I worked half a mile yesterday, and today I've done already nearly a mile. I'll be doing a little bit more later. I'm trying to work up to the point where going out and going for a walk is not a chore. It's something I look forward to. But to double down on what you said earlier, I think if you can find a friend to do it with, if you can go on walks with your friend and you can share not just chit chat, but stories about what you're doing, and maybe you can be helping each other with motivation.
Yeah. I
Because
find that also with my Pilates classes. The group classes, they're a lot more chattier, the girls there or guys, and they need that interaction. And while the individual ones, they don't need it. They come out of different reasons, which reminds me, and I'm saying that on camera, you are on for Pilates.
I certainly am. I think that it's going to actually be the making of me, because I've being dyspraxic, which means I suffer with balance issues, and or as my wife often says, I find the ground deceptively flat. I I, I, I literally trip over nothing.
Mm.
So I think a lot of Pilates, from what I've read, is all about building up stabilizer
Yeah.
group, which are the things that enable you to hold yourself in a position while you're getting off the floor, for instance.
Yeah, when it's sort of the magnetic it's magnetic gravity.
Yeah, but it's serious. I've found myself sitting on my ass, looking upwards, wondering how I got there more often than not. And that means I have to spend a lot of time getting off the floor. Now I can do it, but
Yeah.
I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and I
No,
need to
and
face
it's
the fact.
dangerous also, it's the, I mean,
I'm
a
good at
lot of
I'm good at
hip
falling
fractures.
safely.
Yeah.
No, I'm good at falling safely. I did a lot of judo when I was younger, so I'm very good at working out how to fall. But it's the fact that I'm always going to be having to get up again, and getting off the floor for an older person is what defines them in many ways. Because like later on in life, let's say I'm in my 70s or my 80s, and I fall. If I haven't got the strength or the ability or the stability to get off the floor, I could be stuck there
Yeah.
until someone finds me. So
Yeah.
I've got to keep that up, and I think it's an essential skill. So
Mm.
yeah, she's right. I've been I was I found I had very good reasons at the time. And at the moment, I'm suffering with exclusivity, uh, where I find lots of excuses not to get on with it. But no, I need to, and I think it's, as I said, it's going to. And to all of you out there, please learn from this. Getting off the floor is the most important skill a person over the age of 50 should ensure they've got. You've got to have the right strength and the right muscle groups at the right time, have enough energy, have a decent enough diet, so you've got enough energy and enough strength just to get up and down. It's what, do you know what? 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds take all this for granted. Absolutely.
That's it. And people also, what did somebody say to me the other day? I don't need to learn that because I don't fall. So I'm generally not somebody, unless it's off my bike or something like this. I'm generally not somebody who falls all the time.
That's
But
the funniest thing.
I fell out of the bathtub the other day. Now, and I have a very funny bathtub. It's where you can just about get 2 feet between, and then it starts curving out. And there's some funny
It's
dots
very odd.
too. And I haven't got an anti-slip mat and so on. And
Well,
whatever.
hang on. They're not expensive. They're
I
like
know. So they're about 12 dots or something like this on the bath, which supposedly do that, but they're about 100 years old. And so I don't actually know what happened because I have a
Did you
no
hurt
glass
yourself, or
shower curtain.
was it just embarrassing?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm on my own. The embarrassed myself, So, and
That's a
I
shame.
sort of
You could have
try
had
to hold
250
onto.
pounds. You could have had 250 pounds from who you've been framed from that.
Yeah. So I found myself outside the bathtub, and I thought,
On your ass or on your face?
no, both. So, so I'm glad there are no secret cameras in my
I was going to say, because I
bathroom or
would
flat.
laugh my ass off. That would be hysterical. All
It
right,
was hysterical,
all right,
but
right. Look,
so we all fall from time to time.
so it's a critical skill, isn't it? Being
Yeah,
able to, you need to be able to fall well, so you fall without hurting yourself, and you need to be able to stand up and get yourself back on, with or without a prop. I think it's important to be able to get up without any props whatsoever. I think you
well,
should be
there's
able to.
always a prop next to you when you
No,
fall, isn't it?
well, absolutely. But I know a lot of people who have to start crawling around looking for a chair leg, looking for a wall, looking for a radiator, and those aren't always available. All right, look, as ever, a hysterical chat with you as usual. What I would say is, guys, you don't need to make a New Year's resolution, but I would set out some goals. I would say health and fitness goals are some of the most relevant goals you can be making yourself this year.
And
But
just come to the Pilates classes. They're via Zoom. You can take me anywhere globally, and they're live. So it's not a recording, yet you can have a recording also. But
absolutely. So Christiane Ebert is a past master in running a 1-to-1 or 1 to. Is it about 6 maximum in your classes?
6, yeah.
So people don't feel like they're not getting some sort of attention. Everybody gets looked after, and you're doing it in the safety and comfort. I hope it's comfort of your own home. You can make do with baked bean tins or whatever else if you want to use weights. But the truth of the matter is, you're in control. What I would say is, guys, don't be too hard on yourself. Remember, we are going to all get through this year together. I don't know if it's going to be a better year, but put it this way: let's focus and set the intention out there that it's going to be a great year for everybody. And
Yeah.
on that note, thank you so much for spending time with me today, Christiane. And
Thanks,
to all of
Gareth.
you out there, I wish you all great health and, of course, great mental health. Bye bye now.
Bye bye. Thank you.